What's up, everyone? This is BETAMAX. My name is Fidel. This episode is going to be a little different than our usual structure. We thought we'd experiment a little bit, just to, take a look at, a peek into some candid conversations that we have with each other, where we're not.
Quit saying that word.
Shut up, bitch.
Okay.
No, just conversations that we have with each other when we don't have notes to go by, because Birdie hates taking notes. So.
Notes for nerds.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. We talk a lot of dumb shit, but it's tight. So, check it out.
Baby, you just don't get it.
You don't like R&B, huh, Eddie?
No, not at all.
Why not?
Well, some of it. It's growing on me. Like Corbin. Like Sweet
Okay.
Black.
Yeah.
It's technically still R&B, but it just has like this gothic blanket over it.
But you're not into like the whole early 90s R&B shit?
Hell no, dude.
No?
I can't stand it. No.
Get out.
Okay.
Right?
What about you, Birdie?
Yeah. It's alright.
You would like it, Birdie.
What?
Nothing.
Wait, like what?
I said...
Like what? No.
I said, would you be down to kiss me?
Nah.
Why not?
A couple.
Me and Birdie were talking the other day about how it'd be like terrible to probably watch a movie with the three of us. Like for some,
I think it'd be terrible for us to watch. If we're not, that's why we need theaters to come back, dude. Because if we're not in the theater, we won't be able to watch shit like Schindler's List and take it serious.
because at first I thought, I was like, okay, maybe we just do it with the movie we're not really invested in. But no, we do it with everything. We just fucking crack jokes.
Yeah.
I know he was watching this movie called Miracle in Cell 9 or something like that.
Yeah. And it's a serious movie, you know, like it's a serious dramatic movie.
I walked in the living room when he was like towards the end. Yeah, it was the ending, huh?
Yeah,
it was already the ending. And then something happened, and it caught me off guard, and like maybe I just saw something out of context.
Probably.
But I started laughing immediately because it's like dramatic. It's a dramatic ending, and it's a dramatic scene, and then like this dude just like he's smiling the whole time and like being really funny, but I have no idea. I don't know anything about this movie or this character, so I'm laughing my ass off the whole time.
Have you heard of this movie?
No.
Miracle in Soul. What is it? Soul number 7 or something?
I don't know. You're the one that was watching it.
It's okay. Like it was
An
a
older
pretty
film? Or?
No. It's Turkish, I believe.
Oh.
Turkey.
But it's about like this mentally handicapped guy and his daughter. He gets accused of like killing this little girl. Basically, Green Mile. Just
Turkish.
Yeah. But it was actually a pretty good movie, you know?
Yeah.
It was decent and
Well, what I saw was weird.
yeah, there are
But like I said, I think I just
context,
saw it complete because I just walked in the living room and I was like, what the fuck is this, dude?
You know what I think too? I think there's too much light in here.
yeah.
So I think once you get like curtains, it'll set the mood so you guys aren't fucking dicking around too much.
Yeah, I also think that I don't like where that TV is.
Well, where is it gonna go?
But yeah, that's all you can really do.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about it because I think down the line, because I'm super into the whole like feng shui thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like moving around your furniture or not keeping it the
Yeah.
way it is, like for a long time. Like putting the TV on something like that, you know. So
On that side?
no,
Where? Put it on this
Windows?
side.
Mm-hmm.
What about the couches?
Vice versa.
So then where would this go?
Right there.
But you just said put the TV on top of there. The record player's on top of there.
Oh, well then we could put the record player on top of your...
No, I'm not down with that.
People
No.
listening to this
No.
are trying like so hard to picture it. Probably so confused.
Or we can make use out of that.
What is that, Birdie? Talk to the viewers here. Or
Viewers?
listeners. Yeah, I'm fucking up now.
Hey, you got cameras in here or something?
What's up? Yeah. Don't look at that clock over there.
What?
Well,
Are you getting sweaty already?
Dude, I run hot, dude.
Oh my god, dude.
I run hot.
let's talk about how Fidel is like sweaty even during winter.
Well, let's talk about how, like, dude, like, it's December and it's cold as fuck outside.
I already know where you're going.
And,
with this.
like, Fidel, hey, I'm outside, like, come in the car. Cool. I'm going in this car. I got a hoodie. Under my hoodie, I have a thermal. I got a beanie on. I got, like, long johns under my pants. And then, like, homie has the AC blasting.
I know.
And I'm like, I remember one time I was like, oh, dude, I'm really cold. And he was like, oh, my bad. And he turned it down like 5 notches maybe. And he still kept the AC on. And I was like, oh, my God, dude. I'm fucking dying. Not only that, but then we'll kick it in his room. And then, like,
we'll have the fan on.
AC's on, the fan's on. And I'll be like, oh, fuck, dude. Like, it got to a point where I was like, I'm going Fidel's. I better bring, like, a fucking windbreaker or something, dude.
Like earlier today, I was cooking in the kitchen, and Fidel's like setting up the fan for me. He's like turning the AC on and all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, I'm cool, like I feel fine, but he's like sweating his ass off. And I'm just like, he's like, I'm gonna go put shorts on. I'm like, dude, I'm the one cooking. I'm okay. He's like sweating here.
I run hot, dude. Like, I've always been like that ever since I was a kid. I'm a sweater.
Because, I mean, you're not like a huge dude, you know what I mean?
That has nothing to do with that,
You're
though.
just like a husky.
I'm hot-blooded, though. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess. I mean, we're all human, so, I mean, we're pretty warm-blooded, you know?
but I get hot easy. Ever since I was a little kid, dude. Like, I've always been, like...
It's funny because I'm the complete opposite of Fidel. Like, I get cold really fast. Like, my hands are always fucking cold.
Yeah, me too, dude. Like, if you come up to me and you do like a... I'll be like, ooh.
Yeah. But, like, during summer, dude, it could be fucking 104 outside and I'll be fine.
Nah,
Like,
dude.
it'll suck, but I'll be, like, it won't fucking get to me like it would, you know,
Me?
you, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just, I've always been like that. Just always been... Because my mom has always been like that, too. So, maybe just, like, my body temperature has become accustomed to...
Are
the
you a
environment
sweaty
my
guy?
mom, like, what?
Are you a sweaty guy?
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
See, I'm not, dude. Like,
I've recently become, like, super sweaty.
yeah.
Yeah, because, like I'll be walking down the street and out of nowhere, like, I'll just, like I'll rub my forehead and I'll be like, oh, shit, there's, like, sweat on my fucking forehead. It's gnarly.
No,
But-
dude. That's why I hate summer.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like going to the beach. Like, shit sucks, dude. So I'm gonna turn the fan on, right?
Do you guys even like the beach?
Was that you trying to make beach noises? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoy going to the beach, but I won't go in the water. I
You just
will.
chill on the sand or what?
No, I will. Like, I think me and you went to the beach together once.
Damn, Glotty.
Did you go in the water?
Yeah, we both did, remember?
Okay, yeah.
Damn, Glotty.
But, like,
It was after we met you, dude. Don't worry about it. But yeah, dude.
I think the beach is chill, though.
I like the beach at night,
It has to be at night just because I hate the sun so much, dude.
and I hate being around a lot of people, especially like stupid asses. So
At the beach?
yeah,
Really?
it's a lot of dumb people, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't go often enough, but
Well, cause my family used to do every 4th of July. Our whole family would go to Huntington Beach, and like people are fucking stupid, man.
I can see that 4th of July though. Probably everyone's drunk,
Yeah,
being dickheads to everyone.
but yeah, I mean, I like going to the beach at night.
I never really had an issue with people at the beach.
No,
I think the only place where I was like, oh man, these people are pretty annoying was when I used to go to Venice a lot. I don't know.
Everyone
just
trying to
'cause
sell you weed and their mixtapes.
I actually didn't mind that because that's like I went in there like, oh man, that's gonna happen. So like
Yeah.
I'm already mentally prepared for that. But like just kind of like the crowd there, like the civilian crowd there is kind of like I don't know, annoying. Like they're like I don't know how to describe it, but I think I like as soon as I see them, I'm just like, oh, I just don't like you, dude. I don't like you.
Fuck.
Yeah, I've heard Birdie tell me that a few times.
Yeah. I get that though.
Fuck, man.
Hey Fidel, what's your favorite color?
What is that?
He's all 69.
Color of love.
Damn.
I actually never really thought about it. Like, I mean, a lot of my clothes is like dark colored clothes, but
You know when you're like, you're talking to a girl, is that like a question when you're trying to get to know someone? Like, hey,
it can be.
What's your favorite color?
I mean, if you give a shit.
Yeah? Like give a shit about her or just give a shit about the question?
Both, I would say.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why the hell would you care so much about the question and not her?
Yeah.
Because I've been asked.
I really want to know what color she likes, but I don't care about her. Like fuck.
I don't know, because I've been asked that question like a few times.
Some guy asked you that?
Yeah, you.
Uh-oh.
But I'm always like, I don't know. I never really thought about that. I mean, I wear like a lot of red and a lot of black, but
Damn, dude.
I don't really. No, I don't think I have a favorite color.
I mean, growing up, I always said like navy blue was my favorite color.
I think I always said blue as well. I hardly wear it, but
Because I'm always sad. I'm always blue.
And then another thing about like when someone brings up like a favorite color thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like kids like in my elementary school thought like they probably think I'm gay like right now. Cause I remember like I couldn't figure out my favorite color because like I mean you're a kid, so I mean that's like a constant question. But I couldn't figure out like what my favorite color was.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know if it was like blue, red, or green or like. So I would always say, I don't know. I like the rainbow. So I'd always be like, I remember like when I left like that part of my life, I'd always be like, oh man, I wonder if they thought I was like in the closet kid or something, which isn't bad, but I was like, I don't know if I want to go back to that town and like they're like, whoa, you're not gay, dude.
Get out of here.
Totally thought you were gay.
What about you, Eddie?
what? I don't know, blue, I guess.
See what I mean?
I don't
It's
know,
like
it's a stupid
it's
question.
like yeah, you're just kind of like I don't know. That,
Hey, you asked it, homie.
I know. Birdie want to do this stupid podcast.
Yeah?
yeah, this podcast is stupid.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Betamax.
Last episode.
Let's talk about movies.
No.
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 No?
No more movies.
No more movies. It's just us breathing.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. You can pull your pants back up now.
Okay.
Dude, oh, hey, Birdie, did I tell you I finished The Outsider? I did tell you, right?
Oh yeah, I was there and I asked you and you were like underwhelmed.
Yeah. Man, that was... the more I think about it, the more I'm just like... They could have done so much to make it so much better.
I never even heard of that.
The show?
No.
The only reason I heard about it was because of Jason Bateman. Like, I saw he was being promoted on it, but he's only, like, in the first 2 episodes.
Jason Bateman, who is that?
From Arrested Development and
That's the
Ozark.
American Pie kid.
Oh, the Ozark dude.
American Pie Kid.
That's the pie fucker.
But yeah, I told Eddie, like, when he got here about the show and how I felt underwhelmed at the ending of it. And he pointed out that that's the second time that's happened to me already. Because I also watched The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, and you felt the same way?
I felt the same way about that one. The ending was underwhelming. It was a good show, but the ending was underwhelming.
Yeah. I like the fact that they ended it with everything answered, where it doesn't leave like any loose ends.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, like I mentioned in that episode, I just like all the new shows, they always like end with something happening, so there's that possibility of them making another season, even though they don't have to. They're just doing it for money. So I'm glad that show ended the way it did.
Yeah.
Thought that was cool, but yeah.
So do you guys still? The fuck is that?
Ghost, dude. Spooky ghost.
So do you guys still feel the same way about Kung Pao, having rewatched it today?
Oh, okay. So we watched it because Fidel. For I don't know how many years has it been that I've given you shit for not liking that movie.
Yeah.
Because I think it's one of the funniest movies ever. It's so stupid, but Fidel just doesn't find it funny.
Yeah.
So we rewatched it a couple hours ago. And you still feel the same way? Because I noticed you did laugh at
okay.
a lot of the scenes.
I did find some of it funny, but I still don't like it. I still, like, it just doesn't, I'm just like,
Does nothing for you.
It does nothing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like the concept, though. The whole, like, because you mentioned it, like, is there another movie that does that? Like, films, like, or not over, but insert scenes from a different movie into it. You know what I mean?
But, well, they do that, and they insert him digitally into that old, into the old movie, which is pretty cool. It looks super shitty, but that's kind of the point. Like, I'm sure they meant for it to be, like, for it to look like that. Like, just cut and paste him in there. But I don't know, man. That movie, I don't know. I wish I would had the experience to, like, erase it from my head, just like watch it for the first time
again.
Yeah, just so I can see, like, if I would still find it as funny as I did back in the day.
Well, did you today?
I found it just as funny. It's been a couple of years since I've seen it, but
yeah, that movie's hilarious.
Nah.
Yeah.
All right, what movie would you guys like if you guys could erase and experience all over again
for the first time?
Yeah.
Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
2001. Yeah.
Blade Runner.
Damn.
What about you?
I don't know. I would have to think about it. But why Space Odyssey?
Because I remember, like, the very first time I ever watched it, I was just, like, blown away by it. I just kept asking myself, like, how the fuck did they film that, like, to certain scenes? The scene that always pops out is when he's, like, running and the room is, like, rotating under his feet.
And the camera's just, like, behind him following.
Like, that scene, I was just like, dude, this movie came out in the fucking 60s.
There's a lot of scenes that I would always wonder how they did. Like, the whole, like, even the simple, like, shots that were just, like, a pen floating.
Yeah.
And they grab it. And I always wondered, like, how was that possible? Like, how did they do that?
Yeah. It's, like, especially back then.
Is there anything else you got? Like, from that experience?
I just remember feeling so, like confused. I remember the movie ending and feeling confused, but just satisfied at the same time. I don't know. It was weird. I immediately wanted to rewatch it. Just because I felt like I wanted to rewatch it and see if I can catch anything that I missed. Because I felt like there's so much detail in that movie that it's so easy to miss something. So I remember I rewatched that movie probably like 3 or 4 times after seeing it the first time.
Yeah. I have an unpopular small, like, nitpick with that movie. And it's going to be, like, a super unpopular one.
What?
But I don't like the music in that movie.
Honestly? Okay. I don't remember the music in that movie.
No.
Yeah.
I just, like, I know it's supposed to be, like, poetic and, like, because they use a lot of, like, classical music.
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposed to go, like, the whole technology thing. And, you know, like, most sci-fi movies would have, like, some kind of, like, they went the Star Wars route, kind of. Or Star Wars went that route, I guess. Yeah. But I don't know, even till this day when I rewatch it, like, I don't hate it, but I just wish it could have had a different soundtrack. But I understand why he did it, and I don't know, to me, like, I just don't like that opening song. The whole, I can't remember what it's called. I'm sure everyone here who's listening, everyone has heard that song. You know what I'm talking about, right, Brady?
Yeah. That really orchestral.
Yeah.
But that is literally, like, my only nitpick with that film. Like, everything else I think is spectacular. Like, till this day, like, it's, like, for sure, like, top 5, like, greatest looking movies ever made.
What about you, Birdie? Why Blade Runner?
Um,
And you're talking about the original, right?
yeah, the original, but I'm talking about the final cut. I've seen the other cuts, the director's cut, the theatrical cut, but the final cut is, to me, it is the best one, and I think it's like unanimous that everyone likes the final cut, especially since like Netflix put it on their streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I remember telling Eddie that I didn't see it. I told him that I didn't see it, and he didn't make a big deal about it, but he was like, "Oh, you gotta watch it. It's definitely a good movie." But he didn't like, bro, it's so good. Like, oh, I can't believe you haven't seen it. But
Like I usually do.
yeah, and then I watch it, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I watched this. I can't get those 2 hours back.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, Blade Runner. Because I remember the first time I watched it, it was I don't even know what year it was.
When you watched it?
Yeah, I know it was a while ago. I think it was when I first started hanging out with Eddie, and like I watched it, and I felt like I had never seen a film that made me feel that way.
I remember around that time you like after you watched it you were telling me how much you liked it, and I remember something you told me about that movie that you said it looks like it was made now, like during like it's a new movie.
Yeah.
And like I remember I was like, man, I gotta watch it again because I gotta see what he's talking about. And like I rewatched it, I'm like, he's right. Like it looks really modern, even though it was made like forever ago. But
yeah, because it came out I don't know, like 79 or 80.
yeah, it's pretty old, dude, decades old.
But I mean, if you watch it, I mean,
Especially now, like it's all fucking remastered. It looks perfect.
Yeah, like it's so beautiful. Like the team that Ridley Scott had put behind it was it was pretty like everything I read on it, like it's pretty interesting, you know. Like he was a big Mobius fan, and if you know anything about the artist known as Mobius, he fucks with a lot of like futuristic sci-fi drawings. He was also one of the conceptual artists for Alejandro Jodorowsky when he was trying to make his Dune film.
That's right.
So for Ridley Scott to be like, yeah, I was inspired to make these sets and these films and these costumes and these characters the way they looked and the way this world looks because of what I saw in Mobius's world, which was probably like one of the best things I learned about that movie. And yeah, I mean, I can still watch it, and like I'm definitely not bored.
Yeah.
Like I definitely won't be like, oh, I've already seen this. But I'll also definitely like wish that I can rewatch it for the first time again. So.
What about you, Eddie? Do you have a movie like that?
The only thing that comes to mind right now would be maybe. Fuck, I don't know. It's a hard question. There's a lot that I'd want to experience again.
Yeah, there is a lot. Like Mad Max Fury Road. I wish I could watch that again.
I recently rewatched that one, and that one's still like.
Yeah, it
That one
definitely.
was so incredible.
It definitely still holds up.
Yeah.
And then, The Master, maybe.
Which one?
The Master.
I don't know.
P.T. Anderson's.
I've never seen it.
P.T. Yeah.
Paul Thomas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've never seen it.
No.
Mm-mm.
I think I have you seen it?
No.
No. Oh man, I'm pretty sure I've told you guys before to watch it. It's on Netflix. But I think it's P.T. Anderson's one of. I think it's. Let's see. Did Magnolia, Punch Drunk Love, There Will Be Blood. His latest film was Daniel Day-Lewis's last film.
Oh, I know what you're
The
talking about.
Phantom Thread.
Yeah.
But the Master, I hold it up very high in his filmography because the acting in it it's in the cinematography, even the opening shot, because the opening shot is like he positioned the camera behind his boat,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like an endless ocean, and like the boat's just leaving a trail, which I thought it looked so beautiful. But yeah, that's The Master is basically P.T. Anderson's take on the origins of Scientology.
Okay.
Philip Seymour Hoffman and Joaquin Phoenix are like the main characters, and like those guys feeding off of each other on the screen is like probably the most beautiful thing as far as acting goes. But yeah, that one's I want to rewatch that one for the first time. I remember I was hunting the Blu-ray for a long time. It's so expensive. It's like $30, $25, something like that.
Fuck.
Yeah, but I mean it's on Netflix. I mean you can just watch it on there.
I was telling Fidel about I just rewatched the new Planet of the Apes trilogy, and you guys have seen them, so
Yeah.
I was telling the Dawn and the War of the Planet of the Apes. Those two movies, I feel like they're super underrated.
Yeah. Not a lot of people talk about them.
No, and a lot of people haven't seen them. They've seen the first one, which is like out of the three, that's probably the
weaker one.
Yeah, but like, unfortunately, you kind of have to watch it to get the full experience out of the three. But I think for sure War of the Planet of the Apes I'd want to erase, just 'cause I just watching it, even though I know what happens at the end, it was fucking tense, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like still like nervous, even though like I've seen it, like I know what happens. Like, so it reminded me when I watched it in theaters and how like if I was tense knowing what happens, what the outcome is. Imagine how I felt like not knowing what the outcome was. And it's just like I was like, man, I wish I could experience this knowing that, you know, no spoilers, but you know, something happens at the end.
Yeah.
And dude, and I was telling Fidel like the CGI in those movies are amazing. The last two, the sequels.
Yeah.
Like, especially like in Dawn, at the very end, there's like a close up of Caesar's eyes, and like the camera's just like zooming in on his face, and it just gets closer and closer to like the point where it's kind of awkward and weird. But it just like zooms in so close to his eyes, and it just looks fucking realistic as fuck, dude. Like, that's a real ape, dude.
They taught him how to talk.
Yeah.
And then like you were telling me like okay, Matt Reeves did those two, but I guess the guy who wrote the screenplay and the music, you said?
And the music, yeah. Like, so pretty much the main guys that worked the team on Dawn and War of the Planet of the Apes are working on the new Batman movie together. So I have, you know, extremely high hopes for that movie.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I'm not like a Batman fan at all.
What about Robert Pattinson? Are you a fan of him?
I like him. I've seen a lot of like recently he started making like a lot of movies that I enjoyed with him, but I'm not the biggest fan of him. So we'll see how he does.
I just saw The Lighthouse. Now that we're talking about Robert Pattinson.
Oh, what did you think of it?
I thought it was cool.
Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It's definitely a slow burn.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought it was one of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time.
It was funny,
too.
right?
It was fucking comedy, man. Especially the scene where Willem Dafoe is talking, his character's.
Dude, I love his accent in the
yo,
movie.
when he would be on screen, I'd always be like, did this motherfucker just fart?
Yeah, dude.
Like, he just fucking farted, huh?
Yeah.
But there's a scene where he's like pissed off because Robert Pattinson's character told him that he doesn't like his food.
Yeah.
And like Willem Dafoe's character loses his shit over that. He gets fucking pissed about it, and he starts like giving him so much shit, telling him like the worst, most heinous shit ever because he said he didn't like his cooking. And it was the funniest thing ever. It has like one of the funniest like lines. I think he says like he smells like curdled foreskin or something like that. Like, God, that's so hard, dude.
That movie does look gross though.
Yeah.
Like when I was watching it, I was paying attention to everything around these characters, and I was like, oh fuck, I would not last like 10 minutes in that world. Like everything looks so wet and gross. I'm not into it.
I'm interested in seeing what's the director's name? Do you guys remember?
From The Lighthouse?
The Lighthouse. He did The Witch also.
Is it Robert Eggers?
Yeah. I'm so interested in seeing what he's gonna do next. Like,
He's definitely he's like on my roster of like directors that need more attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the name of the director that did Hereditary and Midsommar?
Ari Aster.
Ari Aster. He's another one.
Yeah, him. I think both of them like didn't. If they ever collaborated, dude, It'd be insane. Like they
Yeah.
both have like that common ground where they like kind of like filming stuff that resembles stuff from the 80s or even 60s.
Yeah.
Like that really slow burn style with a lot of character development and just like everything goes fucking nuts at the end. And then you watch like The Witch, Lighthouse, Hereditary, Midsommar. Like they all have like this big grand thing at the end. And like the rest of the movie is like it's really slow.
I've been wanting to rewatch The Witch because I've only seen it the one time.
When we saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been wanting to rewatch it because I remember really enjoying that movie.
It's awesome, dude. You just gotta definitely be like in the mood for it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's not really a movie that you like. Hey, let's have a few beers and come back to my place and watch it.
Nah,
Just 'cause, like,
no
yeah,
way.
You have to like really be in that mindset. Like I'm gonna watch this movie and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get to the. I think I've gone to the point recently where I hardly watch movies anymore
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not in the mood. Like for them, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like The Lighthouse, like dude, I had to mentally prepare for that film. Not because I knew it was gonna be what it was, but I just knew that I had to pay attention to this.
It's
Like-
almost like you have to be respectful towards that art as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's
Like-
how I feel, you know, like, cause dude, like, it seriously bugs me when like I'll hop on like Instagram or Twitter, and like there's like someone recording a screen. Like I sometimes I reply to Fidel too, cause he'll do that.
Yeah,
with, like, some
I do
shit.
that a lot. So he.
And
And I'll
gives
be
me
like,
shit
bro,
for it.
watch the movie.
Yeah.
Put your phone down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I feel like that because like I've been wanting to rewatch a bunch of Jodorowsky films and like I just have too much shit going on, and like I want to sit down and like experience it, dude.
Digest it.
Yeah, because I mean that's how you should go into those like art films too. Like, well, like any film, you should just like sit down and watch it, enjoy it. But there's certain films that like I'll be okay with like eating a snack or going out and like buying a meal and enjoying and watching a movie. But there's like some that I just refuse. Like I'll have to sit down and watch.
Yeah.
It. And, like Eraserhead is one of those movies, and I think what was the question for you guys? What movie made you appreciate like camera work and like director and this and that, like where it was like beyond the movie, it made you like really think about like the behind the scenes of it?
Honestly, Goodfellas.
Goodfellas?
For me, yeah. That opening sequence with the going through the whole restaurant and like
that
introducing
long
everybody.
take in the beginning, that
Yeah.
shit is nuts.
Yeah.
Like scenes like that blow my mind. Like because any little screw up, you have to start all over. And, like
That movie
imagine
ma-
how much pressure that is.
That movie made me a big fan of Martin Scorsese. Cause like
He still has it even till this. Like you said, you saw what was the latest one?
The Irishman.
Yeah,
I gotta rewatch it because when I watched it with my family.
it's really good, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure you'll like it. But yeah, Goodfellas, that's a good movie.
Yeah, I just remember watching that one, and I never paid attention to who directed the movie. It was just like, oh, gangster movie, like it's fucking tight, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I watched it, and that scene just like blew me away, and I was
Like
like
you noticed it, right?
yeah, I was like, holy shit.
Stuff like that like goes over people's heads sometimes. They don't think about it. Or they don't realize that it's like one continuous shot.
Yeah, and like I looked into it, and then that's when I found out like, okay, director's name Martin Scorsese. This movie's really good, and I saw what other movies he's done, and I was like, oh, okay, Casino. I've seen Casino. That movie's tight too. And
What do you prefer Goodfellas over Casino?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Casino's actually funnier, but I feel
I
like
can see that.
Goodfellas is a more well-rounded film. But that's what made me check out like Raging Bull, because before that I was just like, that movie's in black and white. I'm not gonna watch
Now I
that.
get you. When I was young, I was like that too.
But I was like, okay, it's a Martin Scorsese film, and Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci are in it, so like I'm gonna watch this shit. So it made me want to watch all of his movies, and that's when I started noticing like, okay, I really like this movie. I want to see who made it, and I'm gonna watch whatever else that they made. So it was Goodfellas for me.
What about you, Birdie?
I don't know, honestly. I don't think I can pinpoint an exact time or film.
Do you remember like one film that you were just like, damn?
No, but
a young
there
age.
is a director that I have a feeling he's probably the one responsible for me paying attention to shit like that. David Fincher. Because he likes to mess with a lot of different angles. He never uses like weird shit like Dutch angles or anything like that. But his close-ups and the way he pans and the way he does like a wide shot, or especially when he collaborates his sets with CGI, which he does often, and he does it beautifully. I think he might be someone who probably triggered that, like, in my brain. Cause I still look back and I'm just like, wow, that was how did you do that? Like, I don't know how you did that. How did, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause when I first started finding out about, like, you know, there's an actual person operating this camera, and there's a person telling that person what to do with that camera, and then there's a person telling another guy like where to put his lights and how to light and shit, like finding out shit like that. I think David Fincher or maybe even Steven Spielberg, because I remember when War of the Worlds came out, which was like, I don't know, 2004, I think.
The one with Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah. I noticed the way he films, and I remember I went to go see that movie in theaters with like my family, and I remember like trying to conversate with them about it, even though I was like a teenager that like was like adolescent at the time. But I remember being like, "Do you guys notice that the lights look weird? Like, did you guys notice that like the floor was kind of wet for some reason, you know?" And I remember like years after I rewatched that film and I looked into it, and that what I was noticing was camera work. You know, was the cinematographer making the lights that way. It was a cinematographer using techniques like wetting the asphalt for the reflection of the light to get more popped out. Like, I never knew that, but I remember noticing shit like that and being like, well, there's no fucking clouds in the sky. Why is the streets wet? Why are the sidewalks wet? But the way the cameras pan through these streets, it makes the lights pop. Like, it's like it was so gnarly to me that I like that someone like that those are techniques, you know, those are ways of filming. So I think those two guys maybe have something to do with like triggering that in my brain, but I can't exactly pinpoint the exact time in movie. But David Fincher and Steven Spielberg, they're cinematographers in the way they direct them. I feel they're definitely responsible.
Have you guys ever seen any Gaspar Noé films?
I'm not sure actually.
He did Enter the Void.
I've always wanted to see that movie. I've always wanted to see that.
He did. He did Climax also. And
I think I've seen only one of his movies.
Oh, really?
I just don't remember which one.
I don't think I've seen.
Because I remember seeing the trailer for Climax.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's that guy that made this movie, and it reminded me of a movie I had seen already.
Is it Irreversible?
No, because that's the one with Vincent Cassel, right? Where the movie's like shot, like the final scene of the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that one.
So, well, yeah.
There was another one though. What did he make before Climax? Who did the Suspiria remake?
Dude, I have no idea.
It was him, wasn't it?
No.
Gaspar Noé, right?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Gaspar Noé.
No, it wasn't him.
No.
No, I'm not sure what he did. I Stand Alone. Love.
Was it Love? I feel like I've seen one of his movies, and I can't. Was it Love? No, I guess I've never seen any of his films.
But do you guys I mean, it's one of those movies that like sometimes they're kind of hard to get through because like they do make you feel nauseous. Like his most recent movie that I saw for the second time. It was Enter the Void, and like the intro is just, it's fucking gnarly. Like it hurt my eyes watching it. And I guess like I think there was like a seizure warning in the beginning of the film too.
Oh shit, really?
They're just, everything's so flashy, and it got to a point where it's like obnoxious. I'm like, this guy's doing this on purpose though.
Yeah.
But his like camera work is just like, it's insane, dude. And there's nothing like it. Like he like Enter the Void. It's like, it's almost like you're a ghost following the main character around. Something happens to the main character, and like eventually you are him. It's like first person. I don't know, dude. Like, there's scenes where they're just going through walls, and the whole movie is just like one long take. It's not a real long take that he uses, like, little tricks to cut here and there, but it's just gnarly. And like climax, like that scene. There was a few people that walked out of the theater when I watched it, and I was just in love because I'm all into that shit. But if you're not like, if you don't care about the camera work or anything, like, you're gonna hate those movies because they're just gonna piss you off. Because like there's a scene in climax where he tries to somebody spikes in the movie, like spikes the sangria with LSD, so they all start tripping. And in the beginning, the camera is just regular camera work, and like after you realize that they all took LSD, he starts doing weird tricks with the camera, and eventually like there's a scene where he just flips around, so like everything's upside down, and like it's just supposed to like mimic like the fucking headache of LSD and stuff, and it was really hard to watch, dude.
Yeah, and you saw it in theaters, didn't you?
I saw it in theaters, and like during that scene, I looked around, and everybody was like just like tilting their head, like trying to like, get like a grasp of what they're watching and stuff. And I was like, man, this is tight. Like, no other director is doing this right now. Like,
speaking of long takes, I wanted to bring up because I watched Haunted House on Haunted Hill.
Dude,
what's this fucking show called again? The Haunting of Hill House.
Hill House, yes.
Fuck,
I always say House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah.
It's called House of the Dead.
Episode 6.
It was episode 6. Then,
dude.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's
like, okay, I started watching it, and I had forgotten that you had told me there's an episode that was like a long take. Mm-hmm. So I started watching it, and it's like when they're in the funeral home.
Yeah.
And I was like, I noticed, I was like, okay, they haven't cut. And maybe I think this is like, that's when it hit me. I was like, oh, okay, I think this is the episode Eddie was telling me about. When it like blew me away was when the dad, he asked to use the restroom, so he starts walking down the hall, and it's like it looks like they're in a small like building,
Yeah.
He starts walking down the hall, and then when he turns and he's inside that big ass fucking house.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck,
dude? It's mind blowing.
Yeah,
and
like,
it's a real long take. Like, they didn't use tricks.
Yeah,
like,
so
you see the behind the scenes on YouTube and all that.
I immediately thought like, holy fuck, like this must be a ginormous set.
It's humongous set, dude.
Like, to be able to pull this off like this was nuts.
And like, for those of you who haven't like seen it, like,
I haven't seen it.
Like, not only do they like have like incorporate this giant set where it's like 1 minute you're in a funeral home, the next you're like in this big old mansion. They the whole story takes place like in the past and the present.
Yeah.
So you get to see the adults and the the young versions of themselves. And during that long take, it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
So like all these actors have to memorize what to do, what to say, and in this like, how long was it? Like 20 minutes maybe?
Yeah,
like,
dude.
It was really long, and it's going back and forth. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's certain scenes where when they're in the mansion, somebody will walk in a room, and next to the room there'll be a statue. They walk in for like a few seconds, and they come back out, and the statue's face will be moved somewhere else, looking somewhere else.
I didn't notice that.
So when that actor walked in, somebody had to come, pull that statue out, put the new statue in, and get out of the frame before they pull the camera back.
Yeah.
So it was just, I don't know, it's mind blowing, dude.
Yeah, that episode, like everything they did in that episode was just so mind blowing. Like the way they were able to pull that off, I was like, holy fuck, like this is incredible. And
like, did you notice like some of the ghosts in the background too?
Yeah,
like,
I remember you telling me that, and like I tried to like scan the background of every scene, but the story was just like so engrossing. Like it was hard. Yeah, it was hard to like try to pay attention to that stuff.
Why are you looking at me?
Oh, it looked like you were reaching for me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to bring that up like before I forgot. Like that shit blew my mind.
Yeah.
And the kid actors in that show are really good.
Yeah, they're all good.
Yeah, they're all really good. Especially what's her name? The one that when she touches.
Oh, the one that
Theo
has that X-Men power?
Yeah, yeah.
Rogue?
Oh, yeah, because she has the gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, her. Like, I really like that child actress. Like, I felt like she did a really good job.
Yeah, dude. I think, I don't know, Mike Flanagan, like, he's just another director. I'm, like, looking forward to seeing more of his stuff.
Yeah.
And hopefully he does more stuff that's not Stephen King adaptations.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious to see if he could, like, maybe write his own story and do something that he wants to do that, you know, it's personal to him.
Was Haunted Hill House a Stephen King book?
No, but it was based on a book from the 60s, I believe.
Something like that. But the movies he's done, like the most recent movies, have been Stephen King adaptations. Like Gerald's Game and what was the other one? 1917?
Doctor Sleep.
Yeah.
Dr. Sleep, yeah.
1943, I think. Or something like that.
1940, something like that.
I don't think he directed that.
1943?
No.
He had something to do with it, didn't he?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but he's like getting pigeonholed as like the Stephen King guy.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm hoping like his next.
Well, I mean,
thing.
he's doing a good job, so.
Yeah, but I just don't want it to get stale. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never read any like Stephen King books, so I don't.
I don't know how
I'm
to
sure
read.
there's like a lot of good stuff out there.
Ain't got no pictures in those books. I'm
Yeah.
not doing
I don't know how to read, so. Birdie reads everything to me.
it.
But I think that's a good cutoff point right
How
there.
much time we got?
Well, 45 minutes.
Let's keep going.
Yeah?
Yeah, because there's going to be a chunk that probably going to want to get rid of.
Nah.
It won't be candid that way, dude. Wait, we're recording?
What?
All right, well, you guys talk, because I got to blow my nose.
We'll go do it somewhere else. Hey, now Fidel's gone. You ever notice how like...
Fuck you guys.
What's up, buddy? I feel like a bug who has his head cut off right now, dude.
What are you about to do right now?
Me? My friend just got done working on my motorcycle, so I gotta go pick that up after this. Do you work tonight?
Yeah.
How you liking your job, Birdie?
It's alright. It's work.
All right, the party's back.
What?
Stop recording.
See, look at me, dude. I'm like sweaty. Like, I'm not even doing anything.
You're not that sweaty.
No.
Take your shirt off.
I'm sweaty, dude.
Lick his neck, dude. Trust me.
Need salt?
Ugh.
What were you guys talking about while I was gone?
How cool we are.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whack.
I think it's a good cutoff point, dude.
Yeah, let's cut it off.
All right. Well, thank you guys for sticking around for this experimental episode. Yeah. We are BETAMAX. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Play, Stitcher, Facebook.
I have no idea what any of those are.
You don't know Facebook?
No.
Tinder.
Twitter and Instagram at BETAMAXULTD. Follow Birdie and send him nudes.
Thanks.
See you guys later.